didn't like. Do you know all about it? Have you read all about it? What I'm going to do, I'll read you the letter that Christopher Burgh wrote to the reviewer after the review came out. This was on September the 11th, 2009. Following the review in these pages of the Irish Times, Christopher Burgh sent a letter to the critic, Peter Crawley. Dear Mr. Crawley, I rarely read reviews. Yeah, right. But as yours was sitting on my kitchen table, and after 3 sold-out shows at the Gaiety Theatre, I thought I should have a look at it. After all, receiving a favourable review in the Irish Times is about as likely as, well, receiving a favourable review in the Irish Times. Already you want to punch him in the throat. How the fond memories came flooding back, more than 30 years of us. You must have a lexicon of handy insults, because you managed to use many of the same ones you've used so many times before. They made me smile at their lack of imagination. Small man, shudder, warbly tenor, mawkish balladeer, cringe factor, squeaky clean, snigger, cheesy. Yes, they were all there. And used by many of your colleagues before, such as Joe Breeze, who I know has been put out to pasture in the wine section. I'm assured by friends of the wine trade, he knows as much about the milk wine as he does about music. I wonder what they have in mind for you in your dosage. Searing critiques of primary school Christmas plays, perhaps, or judging knife sharpening competitions in Sligo. And not a music critic, you must have strayed into the Gaiety by mistake last Monday night, possibly looking for the rear entrance to the nearest pub. But you certainly arrived with the word prejudice burned into your furrowed brow. How it must have galled you to hear the rapturous welcome I received at the start of the show. How you must have writhed at every standing ovation. How you must have cringed at every call of, Chris, we love you. Singing, dancing and shouting for more. How you must have growled to yourself as you left, surrounded by so many happy people, to make your curmudgeonly way to the safety of the street outside. You really should look up the word entertainment again. You might be surprised to see that it's about people having a good time. Your churlish review is an insult to all those who enjoyed their night out, and in these days of collapsing newspaper sales, an entire new generation on their way who will get their information online. You may be looking for another job sooner rather than later. Your pals in the pub must have loved the review, but it seems that you are universally loathed in the theatre world. A leading impresario has described you as a puffed up man with his own self-importance, and a much-loved and successful actress refers to you as a loathsome little turd. And what of you and your future ambitions? Will you continue to be an occasional critic in a country with the population of Greater Manchester? Or are you, like so many of your colleagues, about to write a book or play or film, having been delighted to attend the premiere? To have gone to the Gaiety with your mind made up is unprofessional, of course, but to ignore what actually happened and launch a personal attack is so transparent that any reader can see it was pointless even writing it. You were the only person who attended the show who didn't actually want to be there. I always have a positive attitude to life. I have sympathy for your position. It must be so poisonous to have to lurk in the shadows, written from the guarding winds of despair. Avoiding those who think that you are an irrelevance, an irritation to be ignored and laughed about. I'd be very happy to meet you and pursue these ideas further. I suspect that you, like so many others of your kind, lack courage, like a dog that snarls and barks from a distance, yet cowers and runs away at the first sign of reaction. Anyway, the offer is there. Whatever happens in your career, let me wish you a long and happy life. All the best, Christopher Burgh. And then it says, P.S. We were wondering, by way of explanation, as you seem to portray yourself as a bitter and unfulfilled man, were you much teased by your school chums and called a creepy Crawley? I think we should be told. Now, That's the letter. Here is the original review of the conference.